there, and welcome back to Plays Well with Butter. I'm Jess Larson, and today we're giving classic Chinese barbecue a little bit of a twist. We're making char siu chicken, and it's absolutely delicious. If you're not familiar, char siu is Cantonese-style roasted barbecue pork. It's completely iconic and is one of my all-time favorite Chinese dishes, especially since my mom makes char siu at home pretty regularly. It's a staple ingredient in many of our favorite meals like manapua, fried saimin, pork chow fun, and so much more. Over the years, I've grown especially fond of prepping Mom's classic recipe with chicken, the protein I'm most likely to have in my fridge at any point in time. If you're like me or you simply don't eat pork, this recipe is perfect for you. This oven-roasted chicken gets the signature spiced, savory-sweet flavor of char siu from a quick and simple marinade made with just 4 simple ingredients: soy sauce, dark brown sugar, garlic, and Chinese 5-spice. Once it's marinated and soaked in all of that flavor, simply roast the chicken in the oven until it's juicy and tender. And you can finish it off under the broiler for a few minutes before slicing and serving. It's smoky, savory-sweet, spiced, and so juicy and tender. Everything you love about the classic char siu. You're gonna be obsessed. So the first thing you'll do is prep the char siu marinade. I always figured char siu would be so complicated to make given its unique spiced sweet flavor and intense red hue, but that's absolutely not the case. This marinade comes together in minutes with 5-ish ingredients that you probably already have in hand. You'll whisk together shoyu, water, dark brown sugar, Chinese 5-spice, and garlic powder, then season with salt and pepper, and if you'd like that bright red hue, go ahead and add a few drops of red food coloring. Give it a good whisk to combine, then pour half of the marinade over chicken thighs. You can really use whatever cut of chicken you'd like. We always love the juiciness of chicken thighs, and you'll notice the blog post features skin-on chicken, but today I'm using skinless. Really, you can use whatever you like, just be sure to reserve half of that marinade for basting the chicken as it roasts. Cover it and let it marinate in the fridge for at least 12 hours or up to 3 days. Then at dinner time, just pull the chicken out of the fridge to let it rest while the oven preheats. Transfer it to a rimmed baking sheet, then pop it in the oven until it's cooked through, which is about 15 minutes for boneless, skinless chicken thighs. At this point, I like to slice the chicken into bite-sized pieces, pop it back on the baking sheet, douse it in some of that reserved marinade, then pop it back in the oven directly under the broiler. Stay close by because you don't want it to burn, but after a couple of minutes, the sugar in the marinade caramelizes and those spices really come to life, giving the chicken that deliciously smoky charred flavor that makes char siu so crave-worthy. You can enjoy your char siu chicken however you'd like. Feel free to layer it on a rice bowl, tuck it into steamed bao, stir fry it into noodles, but today I was craving a lettuce wrap. I take a big butter lettuce leaf, then spoon in a little bit of rice and pile it with that deliciously smoky char siu chicken. A quick drizzle of the reserved marinade and sprinkling of thinly sliced green onion creates the perfect bite. It's so good. Because we used chicken thighs, the meat stayed completely juicy and tender, but it's really soaked in all of that flavor from the Chinese 5-spice. My favorite part though is how the brown sugar caramelized in the oven, creating smoky crisp edges. With the comforting rice and freshness of lettuce and green onion, it's absolute perfection. So head over to Plays Well with Butter for the full recipe, which includes a little more guidance for using other cuts of chicken, as well as an alternate method perfect for summertime: grilled char siu chicken. But before you go, be sure to like and subscribe for more unfussy recipes that pack a big punch of flavor, and I'll see you next time.